Hey you guys, welcome to my channel where I share my stories. Some may make you laugh, some may make you cry, some may make you downright judge me, but who cares? As long as you are gaining lessons that'll help you along your life's journey. Welcome to Unscripted. All right, so before I tell you my story, news. So I am literally 30 days away from my wedding. And while I have a wonderful tribe, I have a wonderful group of people who's helping me with organizing and planning, there's just so much things that needs to get done in terms of planning the wedding, in terms of ministry, in terms of my work, in terms of us working on establishing businesses, etc. So there's just a lot going on. And as a result, I'm going to have to shorten this season because this season was supposed to go until the end of March, giving me April off, because that's wedding month, etc., and just getting adjusted to my new normal and return for season 3 in May. However, we're gonna have to shorten this season, and so that I can get everything that I need to get done, and come back strong the first Thursday in May. However, I'm leaving you in good hands. I'm leaving you with like over a dozen, right? Like at least 20 videos from season 1 and season 2 that you can rewatch. There are several nuggets, several lessons in each video. So rewatch them, right? Share them with your friends. Help me grow my channel. I'm trying to be consistent with ensuring that I provide quality stories, information, etc., and that I show up. And while I am going to take this slight sabbatical, do help me by continuing to watch my episodes, get caught up with all episodes, forward episodes to people who may need to hear some of the lessons within that episode. I know that the first episode for this season, I would never forget, a pastor's wife called me and said that she forwarded to all of her single ladies because of a couple of things that I've pointed out within that video, that she's like, I've been wanting them to understand that, but by them listening to the same thing that she's been telling them, by them listening to from someone who's in their shoes, who's single, etc., that it made a greater impact. So if you watch an episode and you're like, hey, I know someone who would probably benefit from this video, send it to them. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, like my videos. That also helps. Like my videos, but for sure subscribe to my channel because I don't want you to miss out on any other goodness. Between now and then, I'll have like short videos or shorts that I'll probably upload, but you can always keep up with whatever I've got going on by following me on Facebook and Instagram, Works by Dina. So while yes, I won't be sharing stories for a little bit, you can still keep up with me through my other social media platforms, as well as here on YouTube. So as I said, I will be presenting shorts between now and wedding day, or now, and actually not even wedding day, now until the new season. The other thing I wanted to point out, so definitely follow me on my social media platforms, is that we have a book that will actually be available on our wedding day, April 5th. I don't know why I keep thinking of the 4th, but April 5th, our wedding day. The title of our book is The Power of Love, our story and the lessons we've learned. Now, we're not, and we made this abundantly clear, we are not relationship experts. We are not marriage experts and so forth. Although we're not experts, there are several things that we've learned that we know that those who are single, those who are married, have been married for just a few days, and even those who's been married for a few years. There are great lessons. There are great things that we've learned. I've even, as of late, I'll never forget, this young lady sent me a text. She's been married for at least 10 years. Or at least she's been with her husband. I want to say she's been married for at least 10 years. She's been with her husband since high school. So they're high school sweethearts. They have beautiful kids and so forth. And, you know, she thanked me for my transparency. And she said that, you know, because I was transparent. I had a moment, y'all. I had a moment during rehearsal, y'all. So during rehearsal, you know, I'm leading the song, and we're rehearsing the song that we're going to sing on Sunday. And in the middle of me singing, I started thinking, which is horrible because I should be focusing on Jesus. But in the middle of it, I started thinking of Ismael. I'm like, oh, I wonder what babe is doing. And I just start fumbling and just lost my place in the song. I burst out laughing. And I apologized to everyone. I said, oh my gosh, I'm here. I told them, I said, I'm here singing and trying to figure out my notes and this and that. And all I'm thinking about is, oh, I wonder what babe is doing. How is he doing this? Like, I just had such a girl moment, y'all. A girl moment. And so, you know, just with that, you know, she said that she appreciated the transparency, and she said it also serves a reminder for those who are married, you know, why you said yes. What made you fall in love? That giddiness, that trust, you know, that you have in your spouse and so forth. And so there's a lot of things, or a lot of feedback from those who, my beta readers who have had read the book or chapters in the book, that they're like, yeah, I've been married, and this is still important. This serves as a great reminder. And for those who are single, hey, these are some things that you may want to consider as you prepare or as you wait, you know, for God to do what he does. And you know, for my ladies, for, you know, your husband to find you, etc. So be sure April 5th that you pick up your copy of The Power of Love, our story and the lessons that we've learned. It'll be available on Amazon. You can also send me a message on my social media platform or at worksbydina@gmail.com so that you can purchase your copy. So we're super excited about this. There are several other books that we're looking to write in the future, and it really will be at different milestones within our marriage. So we're excited. So anyway, here's the story. Let me give you a little bit of context though, as always. So, you know, I counsel a lot of people. I am blessed to have people who trust me to pour out themselves to me, knowing that it'll remain confidential, and knowing that there is a safe space, and that when what I'm pouring to them is just life. Just life. Sometimes people just need words of encouragement. Sometimes people need the honest truth, right? So just speak life to them. And what I've noticed lately, that several people, whether male or female, they have a lot of scars. Okay, a lot of scars. Mental, emotional, physical. And this last individual that I was speaking with, we were talking about some of his physical scars, some things that he has gone through, and baby, God has been so good to him. God has been so good, because for the things that he went through physically, and for him to be able to still stand and still have faith in God and still love God. You know, it's so easy sometimes when we go through things for us to blame God. I'm like, well, God, you're supposed to protect me. You're supposed to do this and that. And he gave me a different perspective of things. He's like, hey, he's like, these are my battle wounds. These are a reminder of actually God's goodness. And so I started thinking about my physical scars, right? I started thinking, you know, I've been violated, and one of the violators marked me, right? As a constant reminder. Like, that's how demented he was, to serve as a constant reminder of him. I've been burned. I have been stabbed, like literally stabbed. I have a lot of wounds on my body. Some for stupid stuff. Like, let's be real. The girl that tried to run me over with her car for a guy. Now, mind you, I was in high school. She tried to run me over, but she ended up slamming me against the church. It was actually at a church, the church building. End up like my leg end up just, I don't even know how my body ended up contorting to the position that it did, that caused a permanent scar, all because she felt that the guy that she liked, not dating, the guy that she liked me. And low-key, he did, but that doesn't mean that I liked him, right? And so she wanted to take out the competition, because I was coming, in her mind, I was coming between her and him. Ironically, they ended up getting together, ended up getting married, have, I want to say, at least 3-4 children. And a few years ago, they got divorced. I'm like, all that. Anyway, that just, it's just, life is just funny, you guys. It's just funny to me. But I was thinking of like some of my scars. Some of them are, goes from lighthearted stuff, which I did consider that as lighthearted, although I know it was serious, all the way to something that is just emotionally traumatic. And when the gentleman said that he thanks God for those and how they are battle wounds, I started to think about my scars, and I'm like, you know what? I do thank God for those. I thank God that he didn't allow things to become worse. It's not that God won't allow things to happen to you. You better ask Job, okay? You better ask David. You better ask Abraham. You better ask Moses. You better ask Esther. You better ask all these people up in the Bible that got, Paul, oh, hello, somebody, who went through things, who got scars, whether it's emotional, mental, physical scars, but yet and still, that did not deter them from serving God, for trusting God, for just relying on him to see them through things. And I wasn't always like that, especially when I was violated, the third person to violate me, because he was the one that left the scars, or the physical scars, right? So I blamed God for such a long time. And now as an adult, while yes, it was traumatic, I had to deal with so much and had to work through so much. While that was traumatic, I am grateful to God for my scars. I'm grateful to God because honestly, it serves as a reminder that I'm a survivor, that I am strong. I am much stronger than what I thought. I am much, much, much stronger. It caused me to open my eyes to things, be aware of just danger that I did not, that I wasn't as aware of. Of course, I was much younger. So I do thank God. But there's a scar that I wanted to share a little story with. So this scar, was done by someone who, and it was a woman who I loved. I love this woman, and I'm trying to be cautious in terms of explaining this story. So I had a mouth, y'all. I had a mouth on me. You told me something, I would give it back to you and then take it like 15 notches higher when I could have just settled for one or two. I was the type of person, I would go for the jugular. I'm not trying to make you feel good in any way, shape, or form. I am going for the jugular. And this person was like, hey, stop it. Like, she was straightforward with me. Stop it. You are going too far. And I just wouldn't stop. I wouldn't stop. And I just kept going. So much so, real talk, I became a bully. And it was because I'm thinking I'm cute. I'm thinking that, okay, let me bother her, etc. And because she was the cute one and this and that, whatnot. But really, what it was, it did show, it did for sure expose my insecurity. But it was almost like a breath of fresh air that I wasn't the one that people was bothering or teasing. I had someone to tease. In other words, hurt people hurt people. And you have to be careful with that. You have to very much be careful with that. Because quiet as it's kept, those people that kept bothering me, they kept bothering me with their words. They didn't bother me physically. First of all, they knew I could fight. And if I feel like I could not fight, I'll call my family. Straight up. I have all these brothers and sisters. I got all these people. For what? Okay, y'all, who come and have my back, right? So it wasn't like a physical thing, but I allowed what they said to affect me, to cause some emotional scarring. And as a result, I projected that on this other person. And let me tell you something, that person was like, listen, you gonna stop. You gonna stop, because what's gonna happen is I'm about to hurt you. And I'm like, man, please. Because again, with my fighting skills, I was quite confident, a little bit too confident, because as if nobody could beat me up, but a little too confident. So anyway, one day we're at school and she's curling her hair, right? We were the people that were not allowed to wear pants growing up. And so what we would do, we would sneak, we would go buy some pants or get our friends' pants or whatever, and we'll put it in our book bag. And when we got to the school, we would change our clothes, we would restyle our hair, we would put makeup and do whatever we wanted. And then before the end of the day, we had to make sure we went back to the bathroom, we changed out everything, took out our makeup, put our hair back whatever way we found it, whatever. So this was before the start. So this was before school started. And she's in there, she's curling her hair. I'm just bothering her. I'm brushing my hair. I'm trying to put on makeup. I didn't even know how to put up makeup right. It was a hit or miss with me. I'm trying to put my makeup, whatever. And I'm like, I'm trying to check, make sure I'm looking good, whatever. And I'm talking a whole lot of smack from her. This girl took that hot curling iron and just let me have it. Anywhere that iron could have landed, it landed on my skin. Because that day I wore sleeveless stuff, so I have a couple of burn marks, actually even on my arms, and some of them, actually the majority of them, came from this incident. And I just would not stop. I was just talking smack about her, not taking into consideration how much I was hurting her. And when she was burning me, I'm just like, yo, you're taking it too far. When I was the one that provoked her, I was the one that kept gnawing and bothering her and everything. bringing up things that I should have not brought up, saying things that I should have not brought up. And while I wish she had chosen another way to stop me, if you will, although she did try to express that, it did teach me a lesson. Number one, that hurt people hurt people. I'm self-aware enough where I know that I could say that I'm wrong in doing something, and I can identify the reason why I did it and be honest as to why I did it. And that's something that we need to learn to do. If you're not honest with yourself, you're being dumb. Two people you shouldn't lie to. Don't lie to yourself and don't lie to God. So I had to be honest with myself. I provoked this young lady, etc. But it showed me where I was, because whenever I'm at that state, anytime I feel like I'm just like lashing out on somebody, I have to understand, or I start thinking, okay, Ann, where's this hurt coming from? Where is it coming from? Is it coming from you? Is it coming from an outside source, etc.? Identify it and address that issue before you address that person. It also serves as a reminder that I needed to do better in terms of dealing with myself. Just dealing with myself, dealing with heartache, dealing with pain, which is why if you watch the episode about go to therapy, that is why doing the work on yourself is so important. That's why being just raw, authentic, etc. to yourself is so important, because there's too many of us that are walking around being fake. That's what these scars sometimes remind me. That there were periods that you were not honest, that you were fake with yourself, within yourself, and that you did not want to deal with issues. And so these scars are constant reminders. Hey, you got to deal with your issues. Are you being aware? Are you woke? Are you just different things about myself that I have to just stay on top of. It's a lifelong lesson. It's not just for a season. And even the scars that I did not deserve, the scars where people were just downright cruel and vicious, I learned through those scars. So when I look at those scars that used to affect me do not affect me in a negative way anymore. Now I'm much stronger. My faith in God has increased. I lean and depend on His understanding, not my understanding, because it was torture, me just trying to understand why a grown man would be interested in a young child. Like it was just things that just affected me mentally, emotionally. But now when I look at them, I'm like, okay, this is a reminder that yes, there are dangerous people in the world, but God's got you. I'm strong. I'm stronger than what I thought I was. These are reminders for me to impart in others to do their best, for them to trust in God, for them to see how strong they are, for them to understand that you have to be aware. Don't allow yourself to be in a certain position. The power of speaking out, telling an adult, telling someone that you could trust to help you along with it, not to keep it within yourself. These scars, because of what that man told me, these scars that I have now has a different meaning for me. So the lesson really for today is evaluate your scars. Evaluate your scars. What do they tell you about yourself? What does it tell you about society? What lessons can you learn from it? What things can you share and help others who may have gone or is going through what you've been through. Not to keep it to yourself. Giving yourself power through your voice. Giving the people that you are giving advice to power through their voice. Should be a domino effect. So when you're thinking of your scars, process through them. If you have not healed from them, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, do the work. Do the work now, so that when you now see these scars will now be seen in a different way, even by you. I hope that the lessons so far, that they have been encouraging, that they have been helpful to you. As I said, God is just good. God is just good. He's just good. And so I really do hope that you enjoyed this episode. I try to keep it short. Because that was a feedback. So I try to keep it a little bit short. But yeah, just have a good one. I look forward to seeing you for season 3, which will come out on the first Thursday in May. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, like my episodes, go back and rewind and watch the other episodes while you're working. Let it be some background noise, and hopefully you'll still pull some nuggets from there. Share the links with your friends. Share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Works by Dina. Send me an email if you want to just correspond with me, send me words of encouragement, etc. Go to worksbydina@gmail.com. I am loving the emails that I'm getting so far. So you guys have a good one. Until next time. Wait a minute. Don't forget, April 5th, buy my book, The Power of Love. Our story and lessons that we have learned. It will be under Ismael and Ann Lixine. God bless.